happened to be Khalil Ash, a Muslim imam. And it was our first meeting, and we wanted to address brother. And those results came back, and in me being very candid with him, I shared some of my other concerns with the issue. I've been mentally diagnosed with anxiety and depression, PTSD, and having issues with rage. I'm also a recovering person. And Zoloft was prescribed for me. I've never taken it. I read about it. I think my intentions on allowing them to prescribe it to me was more along the lines of me looking for some compensation leading down the road, like SSGI or something like that. But I've never taken the medication. And when he saw that I have these meds and other meds that I don't take, the first thing he said to me was that I want to take you off of this, so I don't suggest that we continue this so long, because we have a lot. This is what he said, Muslim to Muslim.
Okay.
But I did want to ask your take on, because I do understand that in treatment, there may be times where someone needs to go that course.
Okay. So to answer your question, the Prophet ﷺ said, for every disease, there is a cure. There is a cure. And sometimes a mental illness or disorder is a chronic condition, and sometimes it's an acute condition. Sometimes it relapses and regresses. So sometimes it comes and it goes. And each of us will deal with certain illnesses in a different way. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us cells that are meant to heal and cure our own bodies. Okay? And what we have to do is aid the body to aid those cells in curing us. Okay? So sometimes I need to give a patient a medicine. And I have no problem with that. If it agrees with what I understand Islamically and medically. However, if I see a person with an illness and they say, Doc, I need a medicine. And I say, well, you don't have this certain illness that you think you have, and this is what you should do to treat that. I don't prescribe the medicine.
Cousin wants to make a comment from Imam on this. You see the level that this is on? Are you getting something out of this? I'm talking about everybody. Okay. You enjoying it?
Yep.
We don't want to bore you. Now, we're not going to stop. I want to give some comments from Imam and God. And then we're going to let them finish. No,
What's your first?
no, I know. I got it.
Sometimes the medication might be needed to get you to a place where other things can help. For example, depression. If the person's coming back from killing themselves, there's some direct intervention that needs to happen because it's at such an extreme place. And the medication may just get them to the place where they can use some of those tools. What we need to be aware of is using the medication as a crutch and just using the medication. Because some people will happily pop the Zoloft and everything will be fine in their world. But that symptom is going to come up in another way because they're still not doing what they're supposed to be doing. So that's the main thing, is if you're on the medication, not just using that, but also going back to the preventative measures we're talking about, because there's something else that's not balanced and the meds alone aren't going to do it.
In the Quran, it says, in the Kaaba, there are signs. Right? You read it in the Quran? Chapter 396. In chapter 4, verse 119. And I'd like you to write this down. You should take these notes. that is dealing with psychology. That verse, chapter 4, verse 119. And I'll give it to you in English. It says, and Satan says, I will create in them false desires. Okay? Listen to this. Listen. She said that the mental illness is when you are not following Allah, right? But we Muslims say. But if a Christian is not obeying his original teaching, then he's ill too. You understand? Now let me get it to you. Imam gave us this concept. Okay, I need gracious. How can I do this? Where's that criminal? Yeah, let me put this out. Yeah. What I'm going to do is give you a little simple drawing, and you're going to get it. You know? Yeah. This.
Use the basic person.
Okay. Okay. Good, good.